Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on these fake winning boxing gloves. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm doing a review on these fake winning boxing gloves. I got mine in red, 10 ounces, and lace up. I purchased these on eBay. They're made of full genuine leather construction with layered foam padding over the knuckle area, and these are made in Pakistan. Now, these are pretty much your run-of-the-mill leather Pakistan boxing glove. The only thing that's remotely similar to a genuine winning boxing glove, and even then they don't do that very well, is going to be the logo on the back of the glove, as well as that plastic patch, which looks really bad. I mean, if you've ever had a pair of genuine winnings, you know that does not look right. But other than that, that is the only similarity between this and a genuine pair of winning gloves. And as a matter of fact, I actually did a comparison video between this pair and a genuine pair of winning boxing gloves. It's currently on my YouTube channel, so if you're interested in seeing that, I'll put the link in the description box. Or if you're looking as a first-time buyer to buy a pair of winning boxing gloves and you're kind of unsure what to look for, I would highly suggest watching that video. That way you don't get duped into buying a fake pair of gloves. And there's a lot of them on the market, especially on places like eBay, any of the online marketplaces. Amazon has a couple. Definitely would not buy them from like a overseas website like Alibaba or AliExpress. I would, stay strictly to companies like Winning USA, which is the actual website. They take a little longer. There's Kozugi, third-party retailers like Super Rare, MSM Fight Shop, Bob's Fight Shop, who's located, I believe, in Canada. Those are all legitimate, reputable sellers and shops that have a great reputation, and they don't sell, fake products. So I would go with that, but definitely be wary of eBay because a lot of times they can use the stock photos of the genuine gloves as the profile photo, but then they actually send you something like this. So that's one thing I'll be very mindful of, is buying stuff on online marketplaces like eBay, especially if the prices are super cheap. I mean, if you find a pair of winning boxing gloves for $100, that's a huge red flag. I mean, even used beat up pairs of winnings don't go for $100. So that is a big red flag as well. But again, for the intent of this video, just to kind of show you this glove and how I use it. Obviously, I have to use this as part of my my training and my training rotation of boxing equipment. If you're wondering if you can get these in different colors and sizes and Velcro or lace up, you can. I mean, they're Pakistan manufacturers, so they can pretty much make anything for you. When you look at this design-wise, again, they're just trying to replicate a standard winning MS series glove. One thing to take in note is that 8 and 10 ounce winning gloves typically have, their pro fight gloves will have that cream colored circle that goes around the white winning oval logo. So that's one thing that's a big red flag with this glove to begin with, is the logo on the back is incorrect, as well as it being a much more compact glove, the genuine version. But you can see here, this is about a medium profile glove. It's not overly huge, not too compact. The leather on here has more of a satin finish to it. You have that fake winning logo on the back of the glove. You can see that the color is off. The blue is too dark, and the spacing of the fonts is wrong, as well as the letter I just looks completely off. And the spacing since 1937, Fighting Sports World. You come down to the wrist support, that is incorrect as well. The genuine winnings don't have this harder foam bar above the patch, as well as the patch on the genuine pair is going to be more of a matte rubberized patch, where this one is plastic. And again, the fonts as well as the colors are way off. So you do have that plastic patch on the back of the glove. I'd say you have maybe about an inch of medium to firm density foam on the back of the wrist. You have a standard gray polyester nylon liner. A genuine pair of winnings will have a dark navy blue liner on the inside. There is a tag on the inside here. And again, they fake it pretty well. It says MS300 made in Japan, which these are not. So again, it's funny to me when they put a tag like that in there, because that's the actual Pakistan manufacturer that's putting that tag in there. So it's like they know that these are fake, but they still put made in Japan on the inside, which is, just pretty funny to me. Coming to the inside of the wrist, so you have, I'd say, about a 1/4 inch of medium density foam padding on the inside of the wrist, nothing too crazy there. I'd say you have average size, a little on the short side maybe. Laces, flat white laces with plastic tips. Genuine winning laces are going to be round, and the tips are cut off. They don't have plastic tips at the end. It's just completely naked at the very end. So the laces are another dead giveaway. Double stitching on the palm side. You do have the white piping around the thumb, a leather attached thumb, as well as I'd say a pretty good sized grip bar that says 10 ounces right there. So that's pretty much it with this glove in terms of design. Quality wise, surprisingly, the gloves are almost pretty much on point with weight. When I put them on the scale, they're at 9.9 and I believe 10.1 ounces. So that's always a good thing. I'd say the stitching is probably the biggest area of concern. You can see just how it's a little bit crooked with the stitching, how this kind of comes up and widens out, and then it's a little bit narrow on this side in terms of the stitch pattern. You can see there's a little bit of over stitching on above the grip bar. Thumb where it meets the index finger looks pretty clean, and you can still see some marks right there from the manufacturer. Outside edge stitching looks pretty clean as well. You see a little bit of extra stitching on the back of the wrist support. You can see it's a little crooked right here in this section. And then when you come down to the lower piping, you can see that it looks pretty bad. So it's like they started off real good, and then things went kind of crazy right there. So the stitching on the bottom cuff doesn't look too hot. Same thing down here. You can see that the stitching is kind of just fraying. And right on that side, just to show you guys, the inside piping stitching is kind of messy. I'd say that the gloves are definitely top heavy. You can see that the wrist support is really weak with this glove. Not a lot of wrist support, which is funny to say because the Velcro version of Genuine Winnings, the wrist support on those suck as well. So I guess it does have some other similarities with a genuine Velcro winning glove in the fact that the wrist support is pretty much horrible. So you can see just how soft and floppy that is in this midsection right here, just because there's not much structure and support coming down through the middle. Now, comfort-wise, sliding your hand into the glove, the gloves are actually pretty comfortable. The thumb feels pretty good. It's a little shallow, so when I make a fist, you can see the attached thumb does a good job of keeping the thumb in, but it could be a little bit longer. I'd say maybe by a 1/2 inch to give myself a little bit more room. But you have about 1 inch of padding on the back of the thumb that has a nice medium density, so it doesn't push down on my thumb and numb it out, so that feels really comfortable. The wrist feels good. I'd say that for a 10-ounce glove, these are a little bit on I'd say a little bit more on the larger side. To me, these fit more like a 14-ounce glove rather than a 10-ounce glove. I would expect a 10-ounce to be more compact, like a fight glove should be. So, but you have actually a pretty good deep finger compartment, not too wide, not too narrow. And an extra piece of neoprene on the finger compartment, but it does not cover the stitching. So it would have been nice for that stitching right here to be covered with that neoprene pad so that my fingers doesn't feel like it's rubbing against the stitching on the inside. The liner bunches up just a little bit on this portion of the finger compartment. So that polyester nylon liner does have a little bit of excess right here. So you can feel that, not a huge deal, but just something I noticed. But overall, the gloves are pretty comfortable. Protection performance wise, to me, these are a more protective glove. They're definitely not like the soft pillows that you see with Winning, where the padding is softer and you can really push your fingers into this. This is definitely firmer, and you get a little bit more shock absorption with these, but you don't get the same level of feedback and performance. I would say, I guess performance is not the right word because that's very subjective, but you just don't get the same level of feedback and feel like you would expect from a Genuine Winning glove. This one, you get more kind of a muted feel especially when you hit the bags with these and hitting the mitts. You don't get the same level of crack and just enjoyment of using these gloves. Cost wise, that's a hard one. So I paid $100 for these. But because these are not authentic gloves, and there's so many different manufacturers in Pakistan that pretty much can make a knockoff winning, I mean, there's gonna be a huge range of pricing for a fake glove like this. Probably anywhere between like $70 all the way up to the ones that are like 200 bucks that I think, you know, people will fall for it. You know, if we're to take this away from being a fake winning glove, like if you were to take the logo off and the patch, this is your run-of-the-mill Pakistan leather boxing glove. It's not a bad glove per se. I think you look at it with a different set of eyes just because you see a winning logo, so your expectation just automatically shoots through the roof. But if you were to take the logos off, to me, this is like a $60, $50-$60 glove from Pakistan. Nothing special about it, but it's not a bad glove. This is to me like a good beginner level title boxing leather glove. This is what that is. So it's not a bad glove. Again, I would never be caught wearing these in the gym just because you know, I don't like wearing fake stuff like like this. I mean, if you really want winning, save your money and get yourself a genuine pair. There's no reason to get yourself a fake pair of winnings. I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's a boxing glove, right? So it's not like, you know, it really matters in the long run as long as you have a good pair of boxing gloves you can use. But just don't get duped into getting yourself something that's not what it is, and you know, further supporting these companies that are putting fake equipment out there, and that's really the end result, the end goal of that. So for, you know, $100, they're definitely overpriced. And again, like I said earlier, just try to support the genuine, authentic brands rather than the fake knockoffs like this one. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put a link in the description box on where I purchased these from on eBay, so you don't make the same mistake that I did, even though it wasn't a mistake because I did it intentionally so I can bring this video to you guys. But anyhow, I'll put the link in the description box so you can avoid the seller on eBay and not buy anything from them, because they also have no boxing, no life knockoffs, as well as grants too. So again, just be very wary of that. I'll see you guys later. Take care.